West Nile TV. Miyuder ingomwa. West Nile TV. Miyuder ingomwa. West Nile TV.
Last time, Whistle Time were hosting a female athlete, a female sports personality.
I'm so humbled. Thank you very much.
Oh well, it's a very, very interesting thing indeed. I think there's no any other better place to start from, but to start from home. People outside there would like to know, who is Shida Lenny? Is it the name? Is it Shida Lenia or Shida Lenny? But most importantly, who is Shida Lenny?
First of all, thank you very much. When she was there, she left a legacy behind. So actually, I looked at her as a role model. She's my role model too. After all, it's so challenging in a way that if true we just leave it, that I am there. What if today, tomorrow I retire? Who will take over? So it's in a way that it's really so challenging. So we need to look deep into. If tomorrow Shida is not there, who is coming next? So that's what seriously.
Well, I think I will still throw that question back to you. You've been in the game. Are you seeing any potential of young athletes who might soon follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, thank you very much. I've never been here a lot since when I left in 2012 when I joined university. It's rare for me to come home because when I reached that side in Kampala, because things started coming, like I started focusing a lot, I wanted to become who I am and so on. Though I have not yet achieved all that, but we had programs we used to come up with. The Staten Ban Athletics, one day they invited me as a role model to come and talk to people. We moved district by district, but eventually it was in 2018 when we came to Arua. Seriously, it was so massive. We have talents. All the districts who have been moving in, Arua is the best actually. Arua and Gulu, they have talents, and Nebi. Seriously, Arua, we have talent. If we sit down and we just gather ourselves, collect ourselves, and we form something that we want to uplift our athletes, the young upcoming athletes. We have great talent. Even up to today, I am looking for. There's a young girl I am looking for. I saw her in Namboli one day. I am looking for her. I really have a promise for her, but I want to give her canvas for training. She's really so lovely. Yeah, we really have great talent in our own. So grateful.
Well, I would like to turn to Owen a bit, because him being from Madukolo, from a perspective of Madukolo, picturing Shida Lenny from Madukolo, what comes into your mind?
Very big. You look at, I know she's spoken a little of herself, but for those who have been following her from where she's been schooling, how she started,
We shall get to that. She needs to tell us.
we really know that there's something she has in her, probably unique. Just like say, if you look at my village there are a lot of talent, but that cannot be exposed. So the question will be back to her. How did it take her to get that exposure? That's one thing. Because you look at ferryman athletes, all of them perish at the district level, after sub-primary level, and they don't go anywhere. So how did it be? How did she get easily to probably progress? Those are some of the things maybe we'll be expecting from her. But I think she's really one of the biggest you could talk about, because that column alone, sprinter, there are a lot of things that come into someone.
And by the way, being the only one at the Olympics.
In fact, when I had the only, and I was happy because I knew one day I would be sitting with Shida.
And now your dream has come true. Well, we get to that. Let's get to the basics now. How has been your academic journey? From, let's say, from primary, from ECD, in case you went to one, because someone will be picturing someone from Terego, which school could she have gone to? After there, what next? I mean, those are type of things.
In fact, we hear about Katrini only
here. So.
Okay, thank you very much. My dad is a Terego, and my dad and my mom is a Kakwa. But I was born in Ombachi, that is Manibe, just our biggest home.
My former school.
Yeah, our biggest home is just behind the Manibe headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where entire I grew up from my childhood. Actually, I was born from there. Yeah, I grew up from there.
So by birth?
By birth, I'm from there.
Okay.
Your city is Olodi.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so tell us more. After there, your
So,
school.
my school.
You also go to Ombachi Primary?
Yeah, when they brought me to Republic. Actually, they didn't bring me to Republic, but my sister, my elder sister, was staying in town here, in Arua town. Then she had kids they used to study in Arua Public. So I could hide and sneak and go and join these kids and go with them at school. But then I was already I could run because my talent started young, though my mom didn't want it, but it was there in me. Yeah, so I only studied in Arua Public one term. When she realized I want to study, so she puts me in one term, and then she changed me to Arua Hill. I studied Arua Hill up to P5. Then from Arua Hill, my mom was this distance is too much, so she has to transfer me back to Ombachi for P.
So you would move from Manibe
Yes, from
to Arua
Manibe
Hill.
to Arua Hill.
So you would come running.
I walk because there are other students. These people used also walk. So I walk with them because the distance is there, but with others you cannot
Feel it.
You cannot realize it. So
It's about 4 kilometers.
yeah, it's like 5. Yeah. So I could also go back. So my mom felt it's too much. Like P6 and P7 you have to study from Ombachi. I didn't reject. So that's why I finished my primary school from Ombachi Primary School. Then I joined Arua Public for my O-level. When I finished my O-level, because my mom, actually, when my mom was there, my mom born me when my dad was not there because of some political reasons. I don't want to discuss.
It's okay.
So my mom was there for us alone because she has a lot of burden, things were hard and so on. So I was like, okay, me, I don't have time, I don't have money for taking you to boarding school because I wanted to go to Muni. By then, you know, Muni, if you're in Muni and the Joffrey, wow. So I was like, no. That school fees cannot afford that. Even I doubt whether I can afford a Republic or that. So I was like, okay, when I joined a Republic, I started studying a Republic. When I completed O-level from a Republic, things were hard. So I was like, I don't have money. You stay home. Like, you have to go for PTC, Primary Teachers
College.
Yes, college. I was like, okay, fine. But when I was in a Republic, I was a good netballer. No one knew that I used to love netball more than athletics. Yes, though I do athletics. If it comes a season for athletics, I go there, just take it like a fun. I'm going there for fun. But if it is netball, it is a business to me. I can give everything to netball. Actually, people in Arua, they knew me because of netball, not athletics. Yeah. So when I was at home, the head teacher from the Republic sent someone to look for me. I'm not seeing her. Where is she? Then they were like, has she changed the school? That no, first have to. So I used to have a Sudani friend. So that lady, she's called me Nyaruku like this. She knew our home. She went to me at home and then she started talking to me like, they want to see you tomorrow at school. Don't sit home. I was like, okay, I'll go. Then my mom came back from her work. She says down there in town. She comes back and then I explained to her. She was like, no. I said, no, mom, let me go and listen to what they're going to say. When I reached there, I explained everything to the head teacher. And then the head teacher was like, oh, so sad. I was like, yeah, but no, you cannot stay home. I'm going to give you a bursary for senior 5 and senior 6. Go pick everything, tell your mom to buy for you books. You go to bazaar, let them clear you. You go and you go for measurement. Everything was just smooth like that. That you're one of my disciplined students and an athlete. I can never leave you. So that's how I started my O-level. Then A-level. Then when I completed from a Republic, I knew why I was there because I was doing 2 things. You have to study, you have to run, you have to do netball. All those things are in me. When I completed O-level and then joining a university was another strike to me, in a way that we didn't have anything. So by then my dad had just come back from jail. So life was so hard and so on. Mom was alone, she can't handle everything because I had siblings at home and so on. So life was so hard for her. Then I was at home. But one day, it was in 2011, 2012. Then they have district competitions. They are making a team to go and represent the district in a national championship. Because national championship is something big. Actually, if I don't see our district, West Nile in particular, not representing in national championship, I feel I feel bad, I feel that pain. Because it's a big championship. It really means a lot. Now, they were selecting a team to go to represent the district. Then there's Summary. I think all of you know Summary. Yeah. So Summary was coaching his athletes. Then one day I sneaked from home. I came to Namboli. Barifa. I found guys training and then I asked Summary, please, may you allow me to join your team and train with them? And then I asked him the purpose of the training. He explained it to me. Then every morning I could work at home. Once my mom has left, then I will tell my dad, I will signal my dad, I said, will you allow me to join those people? I want to go and train. My dad could tell me, yes, you go. I could jog jogging from home, barefoot from home up to Barifa. It's already enough. I could join those people. Sometimes I found they have started, sometimes they have not started, and then I just joined them. Eventually, when they were making the selection, I went for 400, I was second. I went for 200, I was second. I went for 800, I was second. So I made the team. I was in the team. 212, I was in the bus to go and represent my district. When we reached
Arua.
Yes. When I reached Arua, when I reached Kampala, because it's my first time to reach Kampala. I've never known how Kampala looks like. When I reached Kampala, I reached Nambole, sorry. I reached Nambole, running, competing against the top stars, the Nazaris, the national record holder by then was Justin Baiga, the Gambas. There are very many. I've never known them, you know.
And they also have no idea who you are.
They have no idea who this young girl was. So things were a bit, I phrased up. I even told once, Coach Gama Sam, yeah. I told him, will I manage? By then I was running, I was doing long jump because I used to be a good long jumper. Then I said, will I manage? I was like, go and do whatever you're going to do. I freezed off totally. Because seeing those people alone like this going to line up with them, it was so scary to me. And my first time to see how a track looks like, it was wow.
Did you have spikes for running?
No. I'm coming to that. When we reached there, I put on my lousy skirt. I just, sometimes if I look at myself, I'm reviewing my first appearance in Nambola. I wish I could have that clip. It would have been good for me. Some skirt with a blouse, barefoot. I was in a group, in a heat. There were 4 heats. I was in 400, there were 4 heats. I was with a group of Nazir Emily. And then I was in lane what? I was in lane 1, I think. I was in lane 1. She was, because they were the best, she was in lane 3, some people and so on, I cannot remember others. So when I line up with those people, they setting a block like what you have seen in front of me there. Setting a block, I've never used it, and barefoot. I put my hand up, I said I cannot use it. They're like, no, but it's mandatory, if you're here you have to use it. I said no, they have to remove it off for me. Yes, because I've never used it. I don't know what it is. So I had to use, I ran without a block start, without a spike, because I don't know what spike was. But I competed. I finished. And then eventually I qualified for semi-finals. After semi-finals, I was in finals. Yeah, I made the team to be in finals. And then final was the same day. I ran final. I was number 6 in the final. So that's the time when Ndeje identified me. It was Ndeje, UCO. They identified me. Eventually, Ndeje knew it was going to be competitive. They picked me there and then. Direct. I didn't come back to West Nile. Back to Arua, no.
You even didn't know the route to today.
I didn't know, but they just picked me.
Okay.
We went
One way.
One way to Ndeje, main campus, Luero. 1 month. Everything they send, they just communicate with my parents, they pick phones, they communicate because I didn't have phone.
Okay.
They communicated, they sent my results, my admission came. I had bachelor's in social work and social administration. That's the course they gave me. I have nothing to do. I have to join the university. I didn't come back again.
Okay.
I stayed there till my 3 years. Then when I was in Ndeje University, I wanted, still my heart wants my netball. But one of the coaches was from Bombo. He's a big he's a left nut. He's one of the biggest coaches in Uganda.
I think that's the most interesting thing. We'll take a break. When we get back, how did you shift away from netball to athletics now that we see you an Olympian? We'll get back immediately after here. Stick to us. This is Whistle Time on West Nile TV, channel 477.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from the break. And when we told you that we'll be coming back, especially where we left from, and when you're torn in between two things, sometimes left and right, where do you go to? And that's exactly the situation that Sheila found herself in, between netball that she fell in love with and athletics that eventually now she's participating in. We'll get back to the basics. How did you draw the lines between netball and athletics, and how eventually did you make it that way?
Okay, thank you. When it was disturbing me at first, but when the coach, I told you, one of the best coaches in Uganda, yeah, that's Benjamin Longros. So when he was like, this girl has a talent in athletics, not in netball. She pulled me off. She brought me to athletics, started coaching me. In 2012, she coached me. That is, I joined in August, 2012 August, I joined Ndeje University, that is 2012. But that year, Ndeje, it was East Africa University Games, because East Africa University Games means a lot to all the universities in East Africa. Because it's it's the stage where you select the team and to go and represent them like in world university.
At the general level. And also
in the world, yeah. So I bounced in. When he started training me, I became very strong. Eventually I made, it's my first, and in Ndeje's record, I set a record like, I joined Ndeje like that, and I appear in East Africa team immediately. It was a history for them because no one has ever done that. If you just join newly, you're a fresher, you will never appear in the team because it's real hard and competitive. But I was the best in 200, I was the best in 100, I was the best in 400, I was the best in long jump. So the coach was like, what do you need again? You're going to do long jump, you're going to do 400, you're going to do 200. Eventually I went for 200 it was hosted by Dar es Salaam University in December. I won gold in my first appearance. I won gold in 400. I won gold in long jump. I was red carded in 200. Yeah, I got red card.
Oh.
But eventually, if I was going to get a red card, I was going to get that gold. But I
Well,
was given a red
it's a
card.
very interesting one. Let's get to the people who inspired you, who have contributed to who you are. Let's start from home. Between your mom and your dad, who has contributed most to your success, to who you are today? Viewing where you started it from and how hard it was to where you are now.
It's my mom. Yeah. Though she didn't love sports, but to some extent, when she started realizing it, she gave me and started supporting me. Even sometimes if I go and run, it disturbs her. She feels in her heart she's restless. So she's always there. Though my dad supports spiritually, physically. Sometimes she comes and attend and watch my races like this if I'm at home here in Nambole. She comes, like national championship, she comes. Yeah. So to me, mom supports me mostly.
I want to get to Owen. In terms of level of inspiration, do you also draw between the lines, your mom and your dad? Or it's just you?
I know it's maybe next time you'll host me and I'll tell you about my
How you manage
yeah,
it,
exactly. But I would love to say there are a lot of things. Of course, my mom. Yeah, for me, I would say my mom because it was a very big.
See, because already I said mom.
Not because of that. There's a hustle from where you start to current. You'll always have that difference and way, whether it's dad or mom. But of course, all of them will always be part of it, part of your success. But there's that one who does it more. So that's what I'm trying to bring. But I'll leave it there. Maybe I'll be also asking my questions.
I also want to say,
what about
my mom?
Your mom?
Yes.
So it's
I've hustled.
Yeah.
Where I've reached now, if it were not because of my mom, I don't know. So mothers are really great.
Yeah.
They should be the ones celebrating independence.
okay. But before we take that break, Shida right now is one lady you could talk about. Yes, everyone would love to associate with her, maybe make a brand and here and there. Currently, she's under coach. The Kevin, I always interact with him so much. The Suo Corner and team. You know, how did you get these coaches around you who are? In fact, you should always give thanks to this man, because he's one person who will never want to leave any information about you. Trust me, we sometimes always get all the information from you. In fact, he acts as the PR. How did you manage to get this?
With Kevin, I call Kevin my. Actual Kevin is like my parent.
Your
Kevin
foster
is
parent.
like my every. Like I don't know how to describe Kevin and the wife. So, these are two people who came to me. At first, they even didn't want me. So I have a friend. She's a Kakwa. When I joined university, by the life was too hard. Life was too hard. My mom has nothing. And cause they could not afford anything to me. So I had a friend, I bounced into a friend, the girl was a Kakwa, she's called Bako Joyce. That girl told me, don't worry, even if you want a part, ask from me, I'll do it for you. And you will never go home, because by then those of Kevin, they were coaching her. Then she was like, I'm becoming old, I'm going to introduce you to my coaches. I want them to do me only one favor, to coach you. When she shared it with them, these guys were like, no, we can't do that. And then eventually she insisted, and then I was like, you first try her, and then we see out. Then it was in 2014. Actually, it was 2013 late, in November, when they picked interest, they made me on a test, one thing. I ran 5 kilometers, I was second. They picked interest. I was like, but we have never coached someone from 400 below. We're 800 meter run and 15 coaches. How are we going to manage this? Then they were like, we should give a try. They started studying us, so they take a lot of studies and so on. So they picked me up. They put me on gym. They put me on hard training and so on. First 2014, my first international appearance in Glasgow Commonwealth was their achievement. Started from there. when they put much in me, they spend a lot, they put much in me mentally, physically, what all. They don't want me to feel like distracted anywhere. They always feel concerned about me. So from there, that's how, right now, they feel like my PRO, they feel everything, they're there. I'm so proud of them. They are always there for me. Even if tomorrow I may get different management, different coaches, but they are there for me. I will never forget them in my life. They are really there for me. Yes.
They have done a lot
They
of
have
work.
done a lot.
Of course, they call her the daughter, their daughter.
Well, the start of something is always very hard, but I want to divert away from the athletics, then we come a little later on. Someone will be wondering, how many languages does Shidalen speak?
Me, I don't speak a lot of languages. I speak Lugara, English.
Kakwa is not there.
Kakwa, I only know few. And then Swahili few, Luganda few. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the other thing. There has always been this issue where once an athlete gets to the other side of of life, at one point you think of starting up a family. We've seen it with the Dorcas Njikuru. The moment she got married, she has never come back to herself again. In fact, that marked the beginning of the end of her career. Does this scare you away from one day becoming a mother?
It doesn't scare me. In a way that what I want to share with people, what people don't know is, if you're an athlete or you're a sports lady, particularly ladies, I'm talking out this because I want to bring some awareness into this, what we don't know. I've moved and I've seen most of these ladies with whom we compete together. They have two children, three children, one children. But why are they there? Why are they competing? You see someone today pregnant. Tomorrow you see this person on a podium. What do you think in your mind? Does it stop that person being a mother? Does it stop her from running? Doesn't stop her. So what I just wanted to say, to share out, and all the ladies outside there, they should hear it, or the ones who are doing sporting careers should hear it out. Like, if today you become a mother or you are married, you need to set a goal. You need to set, there's understanding between you and your husband. There's a period whereby you will not have anything. What should I have in that period once I am married? If I utilize that moment, I become a mother or I conceive. In that process, like me, I'm a runner. Once I get pregnant, I have to get a doctor or how do they call it? Yes, with women, yeah. I need to have a doctor who will supervise me. I will explain to the doctor. I shouldn't sit down there with the pregnancy. I need to keep myself active. There are things you can do when you are pregnant. You can even jog. Even if you're 4 months, 5 months, you can still jog. You can do, there are some exercises you can do them, but others you cannot do them. The doctor guides you. Do this. You share it with the doctor. Be open to the doctor. Share it with.
No, you're talking like you have a first-hand experience.
No, I saw it and I read it. I love reading and I love interacting with others. Most of these mothers who are running, we interact with them and then they advise you. Okay. So that's the same thing I want to also share with others. I can't keep it to myself. So once you do that, by the time you are reaching 5 months, there you will start living. But you don't sit down, just keep on making yourself active. Once you deliver like this, don't sit down. The first month, yes. Second month, why do you sit down? Because the moment you sit down, everything accumulates on you. You start growing fat. You know how it is. Now, afterwards, getting out of that, it's very coming back into sports. After you staying 1 year or some month, it's always hard. Very hard. I bet all the people who are doing sports, they can witness it. If you stay 3 months and you're coming back in sport, it's really very hard. It will be so, if you don't give it to yourself, you will not come back. So for us, if you want to become a mother, you just program yourself. You're the man, the husband, or the man you are going to get married, you too, you have to understand. This man has to know that I have married her when she was a sports person. So I need to give her a time. If it is time, this man has to support the wife. If it is the time, yes, my wife is pregnant or wants to become a mother. We have to accept two of us. Not that she should take a decision or the man should be on the right side. No. The man has to educate the clan over the family or whatever it could be. So that they have to know, and then they also help that sporting part in that woman, so that the woman should not go
So
down.
as before we take a break, I also like to find out, you are now 27 years right now. And sooner or later, something like that might come across you. So is Shida Lenny preparing to become a mother soon or after how long? Or is Nika going to be anytime soon?
I can just say, become a mother, yes, I will. But getting married right now, or soon, or not, even if I get married right now, yes, I can get married right now. They can make Nika on me right now. Now, it will be between me and my husband. We have to decide, how many years do you want before you have babies for me? Then we have two of us, we have to sit, we have to agree. And then this man will also educate
The family.
the family.
Yeah.
I want 1 year or 2 years for this woman so that she comes permanently, maybe stay home and then do it.
It is a process by process.
Let me involve you all in a bit. Do you think a common man from
my village,
from your village, is going to buy into this idea that yes, I'm coming for Shida Lenny, but she needs like 3, 4, 5 years to get a baby from me?
I think it is all down to how.
Like just a reason like that man.
That reason, yes. They are different people. They're very, very different people. It depends on the person you're trying to you've got in your life. And if then you've known that you're going to get Owen, who is deep in the village there, and he wants his priority is kids. One, why I'm going for it is I need kids. Then I think that you may not blend, and it will be family all the time. You'll be having issues at home because he will be pushing you. I want kids, and I'm going to have, I've made Nika, I'm paying all my cows and also you. Then know that is going to fail. So it is unto the athlete to make the right decision. I think because very many people will not want to understand that, and most of the people marry because they want kids, they want to have a family, they want to enjoy with their people, and that's where now it is. So I think just like she said, understanding each other is the key. And are you going to get a man who is civilized, who will understand you, who will do everything? That's one key thing that will come in there. So that one there, it's a process by process.
If truly, before you get married to someone, two of you need to understand yourself. And then as an athlete, if I want to get married, I don't want to hurry. Okay? Even if I am 30 years, I am how many years, I'll still have children. But by the time I am getting married or I want this person, two of us will have to come into common terms. You know the kind of person. Is this person so supportive towards my sporting career? If this person is not so supportive, what am I going to do? Let me first give myself time. Yes. And then, if this person is so supportive concerning my sporting career, yes, this person will support me here. If I say this, two of us, we can agree and accept among ourselves. Once we agree and accept among ourselves, by the time we are getting married, we shall know where our goals are, and we can know how to boost each other.
Okay, we'll take a break, and when we get back, we're going to go straight into looking at the opportunities that are there in sports. But for this subject, we're looking at athletics. We have someone who has experienced it, who has been in the game, who's still in the game. We don't know how long she's going to carry on, but we want to find out what are these opportunities, so that somebody outside there, and to all the parents outside there, might know that once you've if you've spotted talent in your girl child, know that is where you could actually as well benefit. We want to find out where those opportunities lie in terms of money or any other thing in the career of a child. We'll get back after this break.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from the break, and you're still watching West Nile TV. This is the Whistle Time, broadcasting on channel 477. And as we went in for the break, we promise you that when we get back, we'll be coming to discuss opportunities that are here in the field of athletics and sports in general. But we'll zero it down to the subject that we have put for discussion. I'd like to find out from you, I mean, before we get to the opportunities, you've been to various other places. The last international, perhaps one of the most important competition you went to was the Olympics. How was the feeling in Olympics? Getting the good hotels, the good food. I mean, how was that feeling?
Good friends.
Good friends, personal persons. How was that feeling?
It was so amazing, and I felt so happy being in Olympics alone. Yeah, I feel so happy, and particularly I'm representing my country and West Nile and Arua particularly, and down there Terego. So I was very happy to be in Olympics, and it feels so good.
So besides the Olympics, let's talk of the countries you've been to. How many countries have you been to? And did you actually envision yourself going to those countries? When you were at Manibe trekking to come to Sadia Arua, you never imagined at one point you would cross to go to those countries?
Actually, I didn't have that mind that I could travel. I could have a passport, that's the first thing. Because I was deep there in the village in Manibe, they are staying, not knowing anything. But when I crossed River Nile to go to Kampala, when I joined university, when my first university game, when I participated in it. Yes, and then when I went to Glasgow in 2014, Scotland, to represent the country for the first time. It's my first appearance in an international event. That's the time when I realized, I think it's coming.
Something is coming.
That's the time when now I started giving more time to myself, both academically and sports. So I started balancing them seriously, and I started being focused on them. So, yeah.
So what was the feeling like when you went to Italy? You went to Rome in Italy?
Yeah, I went to Rome in it. Yeah, I went to Rome for several competitions, but the most one was when I went to. It was a continental game. When I went to, it was inside the Rome itself. So I felt so happy because I've been hearing about Rome. This is Rome. This is Rome. But me seeing it like this, it was so historical. So I was like, yeah, so nice to me. Yeah.
Okay, so what are these? I mean, of all visiting this, I believe it must have done something. It has created some impact in you. What are these lessons you've learned from your trips, from these several trips that you've made to you?
I've learned, thank you very much, I've learned a lot, like in terms of friendship, culture, those things. Because each country you go to, people behave differently, culturally. And friendship, sometimes if I look at myself, I say, do we have more friends? Do we make friends like other people do in their countries? Sometimes I ask myself this, but if I come to my country, I also say, no, our country is the best. We're friendly to each other. We are so good. So it really makes you learn a lot of different things. So it's really so.
Just in a few, I would think by then, okay, me as an individual, I used to think Shida Lenny is an individual, like she's personal in athletics, not attached to any club. But in a deeper research, I came to find out that you are in a club, the Police Athletics Club, something of that kind. How did that come? Because if you look at all this that you've come through, and Police Athletics Club is a Uganda.
And by the way, are you an Afanda?
How did this come?
Hey.
Yeah, thank you for asking that question. Yeah, I run for police club. I'm a police right now.
Okay.
Yes.
You are a police constable.
She's a police. Okay, you're a police.
There are because why I'm asking with her level of achievement, I don't expect her to actually stay the same.
I think it's coming back to something we talked about. Why all these athletes are in the forces? Now something is there coming.
Yeah, you see, in force, it's easier. You see, like right now, if you look at getting job alone, it's very hard. And then some of us, we don't have. Some of us who are in sports, people think education is sometimes wastage of time. But to me, I say education is not wastage of time. You will never know where your education is taking you to. Today, what if Shida gets injured? What will happen if I don't have papers? Nothing will happen to me. I'll just be there like nobody. No one will look. No one will know about me. But if I have the papers, so I'll be somewhere. So with that, most of the sports people, most of them, I'm sorry to say this, most of us, we don't want to study. We just rely on our talent. So with that, President even gave an directive that most of the sports people, they have to recruit them into the forces, whether in UPDF, whether in police, whether in prisons, whether in UA. So that is an opportunity for us to take on. If you know you cannot academically be there, take that opportunity, join. That you will never know. You will be on a payroll. You will be there, your name will be there, you'll be working. Even if you're done with academic, you'll...
So the president is giving back to this athletes, and at the same time, did you finish up the training successfully?
For us in police, like me, I should talk about me. When they recruit, I've so far worked for police. Now this is a 3-year working for them under sports, running for them. It's my 3rd year now. When they recruited me, I even didn't know that they were going to recruit me. I didn't have any idea that I was going to join the police. Because initially I wanted to join prisons, but when they brought me, police came up, and I love it because it was my passion. I wanted to become a big person in police one day.
So you're a big person now?
No, just something. I used to love watching these detective things, movies. So up to today, I said I want to join police. I want to become a detective.
So we need to be so careful.
So right now you're a detective. I'm getting.
I'm not, but if I have that opportunity in police, seriously, I will take it.
So why not?
I love it. So that passion was there with me. So when they told me police, I just joined police. I told our coach, it was Faustino Kiwa, I told him, yes, coach, I'm going to join.
Okay.
Because you envisioned yourself being a detective.
Yeah. But when I was joining, I was already good. I was a top sprinter, right? Then it was just easy for me. Because when they just submitted my name, it was good because I start as SPC, and then eventually right now they are now
taking you somewhere. Okay.
And you're supposed to most of the time it's getting very interesting that outside there you should take police as your friend. They're not your enemies. You can as well get opportunities from police. A live testimony coming here from Shida Lenny. Let's get to the opportunities that you have gotten in athletics. What are these things that you have benefited that can inspire somebody to come and join, to take athletics seriously?
For me, I've experienced with my sporting career, it made me to become who I am right now. That one I have to thank God with it. today, because of my sporting career, it made me to have my degree, first degree, and then my second degree, that is master's in counseling psychology. I'm so proud of that. Because of my sporting career, today I got a job as a police officer with police in sports unit. I'm so grateful with that. And then because of my sporting career, today I become as a role model to the young ones. I am being used by some of the few organizations. They carry me, they take me to go and talk out to the young girls to motivate them. So it's really so good.
So you
for
become
me.
a motivational speaker.
Yeah, I felt so good that if I share my experience with the young ones, and also they take it positive and they become who just the same way I am. I feel so grateful. So my sporting career has done great to me. Yes.
Very many endorsement deals have always come towards you, I could say, and very many sponsorship maybe put in there. But one of the biggest you had, the partners you having is Phoenix. Are they still there or they are off?
Phoenix, they're there with me, and we are still sitting down because I had a contract with them. It was a 1-year contract, and it was successful, and I love working with them. And they were so positive into my dreams and so on, achieving my careers. But we are sitting down and we are still sitting down
negotiating
and talking.
Level has gone out.
And then there's also if God willingly, kids sponsor, I may God willingly next year, all my apart from national events like representing Uganda, I'll put on Uganda, but some of the games I will be going for, if you see me putting on different brand, just know that is a contract.
Has happened. Well, let's get to this other one. I mean, what other investments have Kidaleni put in place that can leave a legacy? Plot of land, houses somewhere, sponsoring some people, some kids.
Me, I can say I've not yet achieved a lot. Yeah, plot of land, yes, I do. I have, but not yet constructing because I don't have the money yet at the moment. Because I am not yet. I'm just like, I've not yet achieved my dreams. Because financially, I am not stable yet, though I am there to represent yet. Because when I was studying, I was not depending on my parents. I was hustling by myself. Even up to now, where I stay, I hustle by myself. No one is there with me. I am alone. And I also have my siblings. I also do help here and so on. And my sisters, my sister has some issues, so I am taking care of the kids and so on. And then my parents at home, I need also take care of them. So things are a bit so challenging to me. So it's tough on me. But nevertheless, I don't leave anything to myself. I also see towards myself, I need to do something for myself. So if I succeed in having a plot of land to myself, so I know anytime I can start constructing, I say, yes, this is my achievement. Apart from other things, I'll know this is my achievement, this is something I do. But to me, by time, I need to have something that someone will remember me with. Like if I have financially, I am stable, I need to have a foundation. It is in my dream, and I have to do it, and I can't do it anywhere apart from West Nile, particular Arua. That is what I have it in me. I have there. Yes.
Well, anything from
I think nothing much. We can always see time is not our best ally, and that's one thing that always keeps affecting us. A lot of things to be done, but I want to now take this time to congratulate you from where you had been in Japan. Of course, one day maybe I'm also.
Is this congratulations by a hug?
Right now, but it's one big thing that I want to say.
Because it has been your dream. It has come true.
Exactly.
There's something extraordinary that should happen.
Maybe
can you get that? Well, lastly from me, I would like you to say a word of encouragement in Lubarati, most preferably in Terego, to the young girls, that they can actually achieve even better than what you have achieved now.
In Lubarati.
Yes.
Let me Gambo, but people.
Gambo?
Forgive me. Speaking Logbara is different from speaking Logbara like in a camera is different from you speaking it with
Okay, let's film you with us.
But I'll mix it up. Okay. Our reform minister, here in Jersey, Tama advise man left and Zimira and Vera opinion. In Ekimai, Alengaki, Azi, Oporo, Maningaru Madalia, Askuni, Alu, Injita Kate, Yomini Erma, Ayomichonmi, Dreamski, Achivoku. Ika Injita, Mivuki Kabaki, respect Kumichoni. Me dreams ki achieve. And then irika te focused ko. Ika ni yomini ere safi aleni yako. Ika goals ki set. Goals. Ikere pa piriko. Michonu rudria yomini ere ma amu tuleko. So my advice minire. Ika kwarele kam ikoro mane yomani nzeri le inyichi. Iyo mani esasirma akama iyo aziba ini drierale ale yorane ale permangeri sute ikungayo particular aizwanzi amveralerma amwanda district azima musu zamba mudu ili mudu niri ere abe afara femani asia zo perandro frani mazo zamba libe mudu niri angwazi akade chomva tira mi amafu ya rikisi. Now, parents pini amverane, if I can't pini nekiki, imbe matefe pini advice, educative advice feki pini. If I'm achieve keep my dreams keep me support kindi. Mandrika kandra matipi ya me support koyan, emesa se me support kindi. Mva kore mungu nzu ya kaima netball avi ya kore ma mpira otuani. Ime support mva referni imidrusi inyigidrusi ya famba ni mwiti mini ya kuwa family rap neri nyikiku. Ime support mva irma education, irma school si, irma talent, mpira nia, ungu niana ora. Ime support kiri, ifake maarivako ni advice kiri, tuni ifakiri na upora. So le ame support kama anziki, sports kini erma ayanziro amatadi amvera lebe ya mwinjita marichafu injita kelo kuwa ni muibelere miaza kwa sponsorship kisunu. So le anikera madria and then I'm certificate na magolski amuki ipedule.
I would like, as Owen is winding up, I would like to hear the Maditis. That one. Yes.
It is always a very big one. West Nile TV na juni my channel su azile the West Nile TV start times ma alia nito kwa mesuni YouTube wara mimulu mi adai miti notification olangina ilmi adai yo man olene nju dara mali yada ya walfangiri askuna ndra buni ya bari mbele ashida leni iblungu dulia mai karadria alia Uganda alia mitibi nera ibiovo adai odra robani jonzeli diangere temi biri ilmiko chance chira mini risujune ili wiso time wania ni West Nile TV ya walfemi ra ani ambitikara ni druka.
At least I have heard that one. That is not Madimoyo, that is that one is from Honestly, before check it that then West Nile TV team wabelu konyame kushida leni kutie ngati ma o ketutunye sana pili neno nia lem mwech etim ile pili magire ma pere tech man ukelu ile bero man ke bero ne tie nya juru nyulu ma komik chwake kuma wiya kichwala kiswa mu man kinwa nkare ma chwake kan somo kudu man kulemu kende madupa malem tugu kelu ikwo mwa anshakere wiya matindu should be magidongo nangi miku gikare eno biru kare my wiso time weneno I West Nile TV channel angwen abiru kedu machien. Stay tuned and keep watching.
West Nile TV.